My mom wants me to break her record too. I mean, she's like, oh, it has been like 20 years. No one has broken my record. Pressure at such a young age, it could be a problem. I mean, I had problems myself. I did gymnastics for 8 years. I had like this huge passion, but I wasn't it.
When did you start athletics for the first time ever? Like the first time you step on the track, do you remember that?
It was October 2015, so yeah, I was 13 years old. I was a gymnast. I mean, yeah, I know, I wasn't that good. I did gymnastics for 8 years. I had like this huge passion, but I wasn't it. I remember summer 2015, I decided I wanted to quit because it wasn't my thing anymore. I was very scared of the beam, especially. I had this. And I went to the Monte Carlo Diamond League, the Monaco Diamond League. And when I entered the stadium, I was like, okay, I think this is it. I don't know, I just felt something and it's like, okay, after summer, after school starts, I'm going to a track and I'm gonna try this sport. I'm gonna try out this sport. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I mean, the feeling I had while I was watching all these amazing athletes performing, it was so overwhelming. So I was a bit shocked because I always refused to think about, future in athletics because my mom was a former athlete, my dad too. And, everyone was like, oh, you should do athletics. And I was a bit of a rebel child and was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I felt like at home. I was like, wow, I think maybe everyone's right. So I think I'm going to give it a try, give it a shot. And I fell in love with the sport straight away. So that's how I started athletics.
I know you as the amazing long jump as you are, but I don't think a lot of people know like who is Larissa Iapichino outside the track and field world. So can you maybe tell me a little about yourself, just so for the fans out there who doesn't know who Larissa Iapichino is?
Yeah, of course. I'm nearly 22 years old. I come from Florence, Italy. I'm a long jumper and a part-time law student here in Florence. Florence is a pretty artistic city, so I just love going to the museums and appreciate art in all its forms.
Do you have that from your dad or your mother? The art thing.
Yeah, well, from my dad's side, because my grandpa is an architect and my grandma from that side, she studied, she's American and she studied history of art here in Florence. So they met here, actually. So that's like the story of my family. The city has like a huge meaning in the history of my family.
So I want to talk to you about your idol growing up, because did you have any idols growing up?
My mom, obviously, she's such an inspiration to me, and having her right by my side is such a, I'm very lucky. I think I'm very lucky having a person that had like this huge career and successful career that can, give me a piece of advice, not technical advice, but, like human advice, emotional advice, because, sports is not only performing and it's not only numbers, performing, technical stuff, but it's also, being an athlete, being a human who's an athlete as well. So it's very difficult to balance all that stuff. So having her with her experience, with her advice is very precious. I mean, I take them
very seriously.
Very seriously, yes. Yeah. She's like my mentors.
Mentor.
Somehow,
I don't think you could get a better mentor than your mother.
My mom wants me to break her record too. I mean, she's like, oh, it has been like 20 years. No one has broken my record, but you should do it. So it stays in the family. So yeah, I mean, it will be great to beat my mom's 7-11 record.
First of all, I know your mother and your father plays a huge role in your career. You just told me that your mother is your kind of like a mentor in terms of like the sport, but your father who also plays a huge role, is now your coach, and he's former pole vaulter. How is it to have your father as your coach? Because there's also very good things about having your father as your own coach.
I grew very close to my father too, so we have this very special relationship. So having him right by my side, especially when I have like hard times, having him right by my side who knows what to say, knows the right thing to say at that moment, because he knows me, he knows how I react, he knows how I feel. I think it's great. And then I have trust him. I have a huge trust in him. I think he's a very good coach. I think he's very open-minded. He knows what he's doing. So I think is the most important thing. Having
of course.
A relationship with your coach, and then also with your father coach.
In 2021, in Ancona, Italy, do you consider that day, like that jump, or that day that you were kind of breakthrough in terms of audience or career?
I wasn't like focused on athletics 100%. It's like yes, I want to train hard because I love what I do. I was very anxious about it. So I just went there and I just, had fun. It all came naturally. And then I jumped this huge 691. I was like, wow, what? I mean, I was like, what did I just do? I couldn't believe it myself. I was like, what? That's huge.
You were like huge. 9 centimeters from the 7-meter barrier at 18.
Exactly.
Like crazy. Do you feel like when athletes get lots of pressure at the young age?
Pressure at such a young age, it could be a problem. I mean, I had problems myself because in 2021, then right before the Olympics, because I qualified for the Olympics, I got injured, and then I had to go back from an injury, and then I felt the pressure, injury plus pressure. It wasn't the best time of my life. I mean, it was a tough year, but I'm very happy that I could experience something like that, because somehow now I know what is it. I know how I felt. I know somehow I just got to know myself and how to get out of like a dark place. But yeah, I mean, when you're young, you should be just left alone and just do your own thing.
So Larissa, so this year, we have of course the Paris Olympics, but I really wanted to talk to you about, of course, the European Championship in Rome for home soil in Italy. I mean, I know there's a lot of, I wouldn't say pressure, I think maybe some from outside, but maybe for you don't take as pressure, you probably take as motivation. But I just wanted to ask you, like, what is your, goals for the Rome European Championship? I know you told me in not Florence, what was it that we were at? In Italy?
Venice.
In Venice, yeah, that you want to be your best version of yourself. But can you tell a little bit more, what does that mean, best version of yourself? Because you are almost a 7-meter long jumper, so what does that mean?
Well, I hope to jump as further as I can in front of the home crowd, and I just want them to have fun seeing me jumping and performing. I just want to put out a show. Italian fans are crazy, are amazing. They like to, make some noise, scream, have fun.
Are you happy that the European Champ is going to be in Rome, like in Italy? Like, are you excited for it?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Olympic Stadium is like a dream. Has a huge history and a huge meaning here in Italy. Then the Stadio dei Marmi, which is gonna be the warming up area, is like I think it's a masterpiece, because we have art and track together, you know, the essence of Italy, one of the essence of Italy. So I think it's gonna be very, very, very beautiful. Not only, you know, just being there doing an European chant on your home soil, but, you know, the atmosphere I think is gonna be great.
I know you have confidence, and I think honestly, Larissa, that you have a big chance of getting high on the podium. I don't want to put on limits on you, but I mean, if you hit that jump, like that jump that you are working every day on, like that perfect angle, you know, perfect execution, everything, I think the sky's the limit for you.
Yeah.
And we are doing this, or what are we doing? This?
Yes, this one, yes.
This one, perfect.